in the nature of including as much as I can on this channel about the political situation right now, I want to include this video from the Leave EU campaign on Twitter. And so you can see here, so much for a kind of politics, Jezza, about blah, blah, blah. Labour MPs routinely use the most foul, violent and extreme language and lecture our Prime Minister for describing their shameless behaviour. It's time for an election so we can vote these hypocritical saboteurs out. So basically the reason I wanted to upload this one is because hypocritical, I think, is the key point. I think a lot of what I suppose in this video I'll call them the left or the anti-democrats or whatever you want to call them, or the pro-parliamentarians, I don't know. Well, I think they're hypocritical, not just this sense, but also in a lot of other senses, and the way they call, for example, the way they call they're saying the government is trying to divert democracy and stuff, and try and subvert democracy and stuff, and take power away, from Parliament. I feel like there's a lot of hypocrisy, but this video demonstrates the language and how the parliamentarians calling out the government or Boris Johnson for poor language is very hypocritical and ironic. Especially when given in that Pacific parliamentary session last Wednesday, where a lot of these accusations became apparent. It was actually the Liberal left, or the Remainer side, or however you want to call them, the anti-democrats. It was them that actually started bringing up things like Joe Cox's name. It was them that started calling out the government for being a dictatorship and bringing in, some other phrases which are unflattering and shouldn't really be spoke about in House, shouldn't really be mentioned in the House Commons in a regular day.
I want a kind of
I do hope you can hear this. If not, I'll have to edit the video and fuck about. But so yeah, so I thought this video was just a great little demonstration of how both sides. We've seen the government side. Now we can see the other side of the language used by the Remainers, I guess is what you'd call them.
That it becomes that you are hurting us more than you are helping us. I won't knife you in the back. I'll knife you in the front.
And you tell me, where the fuck are these
Philistine tossers?
These are Labour. These are Labour.
Garrotting Danny Alexander at tosser.
He stood up
Labour.
in Parliament and he said he would not appease Hitler. I'm looking across to Nelson Mandela, who would not give in to apartheid. We say we will not give in to the ERG. We will not appease.
Andrew, I would say that wasn't strong enough.
To give us the fucking money. And yet that bastard...
Bribe all these bastards.
Bastards. Bastards for bastards.
I've got to be careful now, because I begin to feel physical towards them. I get so angry.
I was raised in no uncertain terms to hate Tories.
Oh, okay.
I mean, hate, it's a swear word. It was a swear word in my house.
You're all right in the car.
I'm all right.
And the BBC should not allow this extreme hard right fascism to flourish. I don't care how elected they were, so was the far right in Germany. They're often elected.
A simple message to Tom and his pals. You should well be ashamed of yourself.
Those seats that they have betrayed by their actions.
These people need a good slapping. I'm beginning to feel physical towards. I want to be in a situation when...
So that was an important point. The word betrayal was brought up by the other side too. So even apparently the word betrayal or surrender, these words are apparently divisive. I don't know. But these words are dangerous to use. But yeah, so both sides have used them. So this is the problem.
No Tory MP, no Tory MP, no coalition minister can travel anywhere in the country or show their face anywhere in public without being found.
But if you look at it out of context.
So this one really showed. The rest of them have just been sort of, I think up until this point it's just been a case of just showing, this video has just been showing you guys, or showing the audience that both sides do this. So as much as you've seen the government or the Tories say things which were unsavoury, this side done it too. So it really is a both side thing. It's not a party thing. It's an entire parliament. They all need to sort it out. But this one is very, very, very concerning, because this one is actually where you start getting the race baiting, and where you actually start getting racists getting their say. And this stuff can't be accepted, because once it gets accepted, all it takes is one person, for example, like a Diane Abbott, to be in power and to have those sort of ideas influence people, and then you can get racist tendencies that start to come out. Identity politics at the end of the day, and I think that's sort of what we in this country need to stay away from, the identity politics.
White people love to divide and rule. If people don't see it in context, do you accept that it was not a wise thing to put out there?
I think the tweet was taken out of context, and some people have interpreted it maliciously.
Well, explain for us then, and for viewers who are talking about this, so there's a lot of Twitter activity going on. Explain to us what you actually meant by the comment. Sure.
Can I just...
She literally gets out her phone. She makes a phone call.
Can I just...
And he's like, oh yeah, I just need to...
I want a kind of politics.
I just need to use the phone. So anyway, yeah, I thought that was quite an interesting video. It just shows how both sides... it's two sides of the same coin sort of thing. So everyone that gets a bit upset at the government or a bit upset at whoever for saying certain things, just remember it does happen on both sides. It's not a party or specific politician thing. It's an entire parliament thing. And I think some people that think the issue is just a case of avoiding this next Brexit, 31st of October, and getting to the January, and they think it's just about this next 3 months and about just protecting the next 4 months of economic growth or however they say it, or protecting whatever. But I think a lot of other people see it as a bigger issue of it as a democratic issue, which goes to the fundamentals of where power lies in our country. We thought that power for things like prorogation and other parliamentary procedures lied with the Queen and with Parliament itself and the Houses, but apparently the Supreme Court also gets a say on that. So that's already one power grab that's happened to a lot of people, and that might not be true. I'm not saying that's a fact. I'm not being dogmatic in a sense, but I'm just saying that is what a lot of people are thinking, and that's what a lot of people have said. And with people like that, that isn't a view that has been had. So it's not good enough just to say, "Oh no, the court is allowed us to do that." Well, but the court's never done this before. So a lot of people do see it as a power grab by the liberal, left, elitist, legal sector. So yeah.